Hey everybody, welcome back to the 1RC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to make a video that I had asked you guys about before, just kind of telling my story. This is a video that I've waited quite a while to make. I didn't know if I really wanted the channel to be about me or be about RC, but I think that being about my adventure through RC may be able to help other people, and that's the whole reason I'm doing this today. Originally I was going to set the camera up on a tripod and kind of work on the show truck here just to have something to do while I'm filming, but as soon as I turned the camera on, the tripod broke, so I'm gonna have to grab another tripod. Unfortunately, that's another problem that I'm running into. All of my camera gear is at another location, so I'm kind of just filming this with, I've got a GoPro in the house and I'm filming this on my phone, so just hang in there with me. Gonna try to work on the truck. It may work, it may not. I got a new power system for the 775 powered E-Maxx, and I'm going to be putting that combo, the 775 and the EVX2, in this truck. These old Trinity Monster Max 17 turn singles are completely shot. The armatures have been turned so many times that there's just no saving them at this point. Excuse me. Got a bit of a cold going on here. The old Novak HV Max could, okay, let's zoom back out. There we go. The old Novak speed control is not LiPo compatible. It was groundbreaking in its day, but today it's just not, it isn't going to cut it. So we're going to be putting the EVX2 and the single 775 with its special motor plate in this truck. And this truck actually has one of Traxxas's machined aluminum optional motor plates in it. So this will be going in the other truck and getting a 3674, I believe it's a 2650 kV 4-pole brushless motor, and a Hobbywing 120 amp, it's a waterproof SC8 speed control. So big upgrade for that truck, and a pretty substantial upgrade for this one, but it's just going to require taking everything out of it. So my story with RC starts way back in 1990, I want to say 6. I was 10 years old. I had found out in 94 that I was diabetic. I was type 1 diabetic, and in 96 my cousin had introduced me to RC Car Action magazine and had got me interested in the idea of buying an RC that was more than the Tycos that were available at the toy store. So in 96, I picked up my very first Traxxas Rustler, and I had a little 20-turn Stinger, mechanical speed control combo. I thought that was the fastest thing on earth, and I love that. I still have that truck to this day. It hangs on my office wall as a reminder of where I came from. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. Even though it's, 5x8 millimeter bronze bushings in the wheels, 27 megahertz radio. It was nothing special, but it was special to me. And that's where it all started. I built a track in my backyard. I drove that thing every day. I remember the anticipation that I would get when the time charger would get ready to ding after 14 and a half minutes of charging. That little Piranha, Duratrax Piranha 6-cell, what was that, 1200 milliamp pack? It was a NiCad. It came a long way, but I love that truck. And it really showed me that there was a bigger hobby out there. After years and years, I stayed in the hobby all the way through college. I even took my T-Maxx to college with me and ran it around the practice football field where I went to school. That thing attracted a lot of attention, and I really love that truck. I still have it as well. Problem with it is I have way too much money sunk into it to ever sell it. Nobody's going to pay, $3,500 for a 20-year-old T-Maxx. I mean, it is a big block truck and there's no stock parts left on it, but still. moving forward to the reason that the website and my channel is called One Eye RC. In 2012, in May of 2012, I started noticing that my vision was getting a little blurry in both eyes. And being a diabetic, I figured, you know, something to do with my blood sugar. So I made an appointment with my retinal specialist just to get everything checked up. And went in, they did the eye scans, and they said that it may or may not have been too late to save my sight at that point. I remember freaking out. Like, I did not handle that well that day. And what had happened was the blood vessels going to the back of my retina were constricting because of the diabetes. And in doing so, my body grew spider webs of small capillaries to try and feed blood to the retina to keep it going. And that basically blocked off any light transmission that there could be back there. And it made me blind. And the doctor told me, said, you know, we're gonna have to do a laser treatment to sever all of these blood vessels, it's capillaries, should I say, not arteries, but all these capillaries. And then we're gonna have to go in and surgically remove all of the dead tissue after we're done. And they did the laser treatment in office. That was the most horrifying part of that, was the numbing, the needle that they used to numb your eye. I'll admit I was scared, but they did that in office, and then they scheduled surgery to finish up the right eye and start with the laser on the left. And after that surgery, I woke up completely blind, and I thought that I didn't know what to do, because I thought that I had gave up what little sight I had, being greedy by wanting more, and I had a lot of regret. The doctor came in at 6 o'clock the next morning, asked me how I was doing, and you know, I was still really upset at that point. And I told him, I said, Doc, I'm completely blind. You know, I think I really regret doing this surgery. And he says, oh, well, that's no problem. Your eye is glued shut. I didn't know my eye was glued shut at that point. So he opens it up, and it was like staring into the sun. All the light flooding in, it really hurt. But I could see shapes, and over the coming weeks, you know, some vision came back. And the left eye, I was left eye dominant before, but the left eye didn't come back after the second surgery. I am completely blind in my left eye, and I only have about 10 to 15% of my vision in my right eye. So when I say, hey guys, you know, bear with me, I can't see, I really can't. I'm not saying that to be funny. I am legally blind. I am considered disabled because of it. Where RC comes into this, after I lost my sight, I didn't want to give up on things. I still wanted to play golf. I was playing golf completely blind, just based on muscle memory and nothing else. And after that, I said, you know what? I've got to find a way to keep driving RC cars. So I decided that I was going to take my SCX-10 with its bright orange Bronco body. I was going to go out and teach myself to follow a moving object. That's something that I still struggle with to this day. That's why you don't see me driving very many fast vehicles on the channel. My eye simply just cannot track something that quick. I have a Traxxas Nitro Fortec, you know, 65 mile an hour car, and my eye won't track it. And that really sucks, because I love that car. Anyway, so I go out and I teach myself exactly how to track a moving object. And I follow the SCX-10 around with my eye. It's big, it's orange, and it doesn't move very quickly. So that's how I got started. And after, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks of doing this, I got to where I could go to a little bit faster vehicle. You know, I had an Associated SC10 with, it was an RTR, so it had that 17-turn brushed motor, and I ran it on a 6-cell stick pack. It wasn't that fast, but it was fast enough to challenge me and my level of sight. So moving forward, I thought, well, if I've taught myself how to do this, I bet there's kids out there that could benefit from what I've learned. So I wrote up a program and I pitched it to the local school system that would basically teach kids to do the same thing I did, to help their vision, help them track moving objects using RC cars. And I mean, it was a great idea, I thought. I thought that, you know, hey, I'm going to be able to help a lot of people, and this is just the best way to do it. Well, it got shot down by the school system because it was not inclusive. It was going to exclude kids with good sight rather than them focusing on helping kids that can't see. So the local school system axed it because, you know, they were afraid of getting sued, or, you know, because everybody couldn't participate. It was turned down. I've pitched the idea to our state's School for the Deaf and Blind. I've even wrote there's an article on oneeye-rc.com outlining how I retrained my eye to track moving objects and how I improved my visual acuity. We're 10 years, a little over 10 years past my second surgery, and you know, I'm able to do most things. I'm still not able to drive. Maybe someday, but that's been a big point for me. I don't know that I've ever posted a video of my office, but I have all of my trophies from racing motocross and racing karts. You know, I love to drive. I love to drive competitively. Motocross was my passion. I loved racing quads. State champion in 2000, and now I haven't thrown a leg over a quad in so long I can't remember the last time I did. So having vision issues has been a big change for me. But that is my story, and the reason why it is called One Eye RC. You know I never turn the camera on myself, but you know, I'll turn around here and flip the camera around. You know, this is me. My left eye does not naturally open anymore, simply because it doesn't have to. But my right eye, you can see, I do have cataracts in my eyes. The left eye is much worse than the right. But yeah, that's it. I don't really open my eye that much anymore. And changing light conditions are a real struggle. I've got the door open here in the garage now, and just the light coming in from that is enough to make my eye kind of hurt and to throw my vision off. So that's my story, guys. I really we'll get back on something a little less ugly than my head, but that's my story. Been dealing with this for over a decade, but I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. There's no point in giving up, you know. I worked pretty hard to get here, and I do believe that I have RC to thank for it. If it weren't for my family pushing me along, kicking me in the butt, telling me don't give up, and my own stubbornness of not wanting to give up on RC, I don't know where I would be. I've made a lot of great friends in this hobby, within the industry, that I can't thank enough for their support. Any of you guys that you know who you are, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to name names, but I really do appreciate all the help that you give me over the years. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. And just a huge thanks to everyone who's watching. If you're subscribed, I can't tell you how much that means. I know we're a small community of RCers, but hopefully we'll see this community grow. We can reach out and help people. That's what I'm here for. That's my biggest thing in life. I just want to help people. So if you ever have any questions, please leave them down below. I know everybody says, oh, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I really do mean it. If you like what you see, let me know. If you don't, let me know why you don't like it. We can change it up. This is as much for you guys as it is for me. But again, thank you for your comments. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed already, hey, please do so. Click the little bell. You'll get notified of any future videos. Excuse me. Oh boy, this cough is going to take me out of here. But I do thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.